Welcome back to the lineup. Wondering if you can express how difficult or challenging this season has been. And I'm not even referring to your play, but your lack of play. 16 games between the AHL and the NHL for a young defenseman is rather unheard of. How difficult has it been for you to spend so much time watching?
Yeah, for sure. It's been obviously challenging when you're not playing every other day or every weekend, vice versa. This has obviously been a weird year for a lot of people in general. But for me, I'm just trying to stay mentally engaged every day, coming to the rink with a purpose. And if I lose sight of that, I'll lose sight of, what I want to accomplish as a player and as a person as well. So for me, I'm just trying to come to the rink every day, positive attitude, and improve my game.
They've said both Jarmo Kekalainen and John Tortorella that the reason you were out of the lineup is they felt at times you looked, I think the word they used was overwhelmed, and they didn't want you to have your confidence further damaged. Is that an assessment you would agree with? Do you feel like your play was at that point, or do you feel like you've played better than that?
I had talks with Shazi and Torts about that and about my play from this season and the 3 games I played earlier before. And, those are just conversations I'd like to keep to myself. But no, I mean, obviously as a player, you want to hear feedback from your coaches on what you could do better and little instances throughout the game. So for me, starting tonight, obviously it's always an opportunity to show what you can do as a player and why you want to, put your foot on the NHL and stay consistently. So,
yeah. And how excited are you to get in there tonight just to open up and play again?
It's really exciting. Obviously, kind of like what we touched on, not playing many games this year. Anytime, you get to play a game, it's one of those feelings, especially at the NHL level. It's still special every time you step on the ice. So I'm really excited for it.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Andrew, I don't want to put you in the position of feeling like you're going to make an excuse or anything, but how tough was it to go through that long layoff? Now, when you look back on it now, I mean, you almost went a full year without playing a full game. How challenging was that for you?
I mean, I think it's hard for anyone. You go a year without playing a game, starting, what was it, last March or whatever, going till earlier this season. So obviously the year's been the longest, I think, for so many people that haven't played a game. And, it's just once you start playing, it's hockey again, everything comes back to you. And for me, kind of like what I talked about, this whole season or every day I show up here, I want to improve my game some way. I want to be mentally strong, and I want to do all those things because I know in the long run, it'll help my career and it'll help me as a player.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at, because you've spent some time in the AHL as well with Cleveland and done pretty well down there, are you at a point where you feel really like super confident when you go down to the AHL and that maybe you're still just kind of looking to make your mark at the NHL level? Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a confident guy. I believe in myself, whether I'm here or in the AHL. In the AHL, I played really well. I found success down there and worked a lot with the coaches down there on my game. So, things went well for me in the way I played. And here, it's just being consistent every time I step on the ice. Obviously, some mistakes are going to happen here or there, but just finding that consistency and playing my game to its best level and finding success that way it's going to help me a lot.
Yeah, when you talked with, obviously, Torts and Shazi and those guys, and you'll have an exit interview with Jarmo as well, are they also letting you know, and like you said, you want to keep most of the conversation yourself, whatever, but are they letting you know that you are a big part in their mind of what's going to be going on here in the next few years?
Yeah, no, I mean, we've had talks about, my development and me being a second-year player, obviously, and the future of, my development and what I'm going to be as a Blue Jacket. So for me, I just obviously take what they say and try to apply it to my game and try to apply it every day and build on that to become, what they see or what I see myself becoming in the future.
Last one for me was, do you have to stop yourself sometimes from looking around at guys who maybe are the same age or in the same draft class or who might be a little further along in their careers and not put pressure on yourself to realize that there's, everyone develops at a different rate?
Yeah, 100%. You know, you'll see guys my age or younger, obviously playing or even not playing, and kind of like what you touched on. Everyone's development is different, so and everyone's situation is different, obviously as well. So, you know, for me, I try to just focus on myself and my teammates, and showing up to the rink and making myself and my team better. So. For me, I don't really try and look at that. I mean, I know obviously there's guys I played against and stuff growing up that are playing or not playing. So, no, but I just keep to myself with that type of stuff.
Gotcha. Thanks, Andrew.